Hello everyone, it's Alex, also known as Mr. Retro Essential. Today we're just going to be talking about One Piece trading card game. This is probably my first official video on it. I've made some shorts before, so make sure you check them out. But yeah, let's just get straight into it today. Now, last night I competed in my locals for One Piece, and that was at my local game store. Usually most game stores hold like trading card game stuff like that weekly, so be sure to check it out and support them. For One Piece, if you place high enough, you get one of these, and the winner gets one, but it's a little bit different, which I'll explain in a minute. And because I placed high enough as well, I got one of these like Uta film decks that apparently they gave out in America and in Japan for seeing the movie. I don't think they gave them out here though, but we got them through the local game store, so that's cool, I guess. Essentially, it's the same, what's supposed to be 15 cards, but we got 13. So the two we're missing from here is we're missing Guard Point and we're missing a Jet Pistol, which is unfortunate because I kind of wanted that Jet Pistol after my experience last night, which I'll go through in a bit when I'm going through my deck. So that was that promo pack that we got. In this, I got this one. So that's a cool 4-cost Monkey D. Luffy, 1000 counter, 5,000 damage. In conjunction with Zoro's ability, it'd be 6,000. And then it is put 1 Don on him. This character cannot be KO'd in battle by strike attribute leaders or characters. So that's this thing up here. There's strike, or say wisdom, or say something else special. So that's that. This is 1 of 5. Now on the person who comes first, their card has branded in gold on the card winner. So yeah, they're obviously worth more. If I hopefully get them in the future, which I'm going to be trying to hunt down and grind more now that I got a bit of motivation that place second, kind of made me more excited about the game and want to go play and compete more. So that's cool. So if we get a couple of those, I was thinking those maybe will be the ones that I grade. I may or may not sell these off. Maybe I'll sell it off once I've got a set for myself. I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. But it'd be cool to get all 5. So this is my Zoro deck. Got the Zoro leader. Got these Dons. Now, I got a really good deal on these Dons. Essentially, I got 14 for like $70. So, the 4 I pulled out, I got my 10 in here. And the 4 spare, now because the prices have gone up, the 4 spare is now like 16, 20 Australian dollars each. So, it covers it covers what I paid for 14. So, maybe I'll keep them, maybe I'll grade them, maybe I'll sell them, not sure yet, but yeah, that's the Dons if you want to know what I'm running. I may get the OP2 ones, I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get straight into what's in my deck and kind of what it does with the other cards. Alright, so we got 4 choppers. Now these are the starter deck choppers. They're just essentially a 1-cost blocker. They're very good. Chopper being one of my favorite characters as well is cool. And yeah, very, very, very useful. It's probably going to be like your staple blocker for a lot of red until they start releasing more stuff later on. So yeah. Now another one of my big cards in here is the starter deck Nami. Essentially, you'll use her ability once per turn, and you'll move a rested Don over to any character or leader. That's great because you can always use it and move it straight onto Zoro, so you can every turn get that free 1,000 to all your characters. So I run 4 of her. The other cool thing is she's also a 1,000 counter. Probably will rarely use it for the counter cost unless you got all of them in your hand. Yeah. The other Nami that I run is this Nami from the OP01. That's from the booster boxes and stuff, booster packs you can get. Again, another 1,000 counter, 1 cost. This is 2,000 power, so can swing with it because it is 3,000 with Zoro's ability. So it's not hard to just move early game some Don over. And it's a good search card. Essentially, look at top 5 cards of your deck, reveal one Straw Hat type crew. Sorry, one Straw Hat crew type character card other than Nami. So you can't pull this one out and you can't pull this one out, but you can pull all the other Straw Hats out. And at any cost. So that is great for pulling the 5 cost unblockable Luffy, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah. So again, 4 of these. Perfect for me. A lot of people run 4-4-4, to be honest, of these cards. Another big one that people run 4 of is Otama. Now, she's also a 2000 counter, 1 cost, no power. The cool thing is with Zoro's buff, it is a 1000, so you may have a chance to swing at some blockers sometimes. So yeah, it's quite funny when you do. But what it's mainly used for is you give on play, right? You give one of your opponent's characters negative 2000 power. So when someone or your enemy pulls out like the king cards that are big, or the useless kid cards that are big, they're like, you know, over 6,000, they're like 7,000, 8,000. This is perfect because this will bring it down into that 6,000, 5,000 range where you can use Jet Pistol, which is another card I'll show you in a second. That one's from the starter deck. So, but this card here is from OP01. So yeah, it's from the booster packs. Now this another OP01 card that I run 4 of. I mainly run it for its counters is the 2 cost Sanjis. So if you do use this ability, right, once per turn, you may add 1 card from your life area to your hand. That's good for card draw. And this character gets 2000 power during this turn. Then you move 2 rested Don. So, oh sorry, you move it to this. You move the 2 rested Don to this character. Not to be confused with what Brook does, where it can move it to another character. So you will get the 2 rested Don, which will give it 2000. You'll have the 3000. That's 5,000. You'll get the extra 2,000. That's 7,000. Plus you got your 1,000 from here. So you're already looking at like... So I mean, if you got an abundance of life, can be powerful. Otherwise, it's just mainly my 2 cost. To my 2k counter. Another big one, which is not to be confused with that, was the Brook. So this is the 2 cost Brook. Essentially, you can play for free. On play, you just can move the 2 Don that you paid for it to another character. So I run 2 of those. Can be used as a 2k counter in an emergency, but I would rarely use it for that. It's great for using it in conjunction with this card, which is the 2k Rush Sanji. So 2 cost, play it, it's 4,000. You move 2 Don to it, now 6,000, and it has Rush. Dora's ability, 7,000. So you can see how you can play, right, on your... Say you went second, and it's your second turn. You can play this, move the 2 to that, and swing. Like it's... Even on your 3rd turn, you know what I mean? You play this, maybe move one of these, move the rest of the Don over here. Like it's... Yeah. You can start seeing how some of these cards are working in conjunction with each other. So I run 2 of those. They're from the starter deck. You do get 4, but I just run 2. These are also from the starter deck. 3 cost Doros. 5,000 for a 3 cost. And you add 1 Don to it. Gets the 1,000 from that Don. Plus its ability is this character gets 1,000 power for having 1 Don on it. So now you've got a 7,000 plus the 8 from this. So yeah, you can see how that powers up. And on the defending turn, if it has a Don on it, even if it's rested on your defending turn, it's now 6,000 if people try and swing 5,000 costs at it. So they're gonna have to deal with this a bit more differently than they would just free swing a 5,000 at you. So yeah, I run 2 of those. They're from the starter deck. From OP01, which I run 4 of, which most people suggest that you do, is the Zoros. So this is the 3 cost, 5,000 power Rush Zoro. So essentially just play this out, you can swing at it straight away, and you have the ability on here, it's a 6,000, so you can see how everything starts to add up. It's fairly cheap to swing 6,000 immediately. So sometimes you hold this card in your hand, you'll make them use all their counters, and you see they got no counters left, no blockers, then you bring this out, then you start, you know what I mean? So it's you gotta kind of think in One Piece, which is what I like, comboing, which is a big thing in Magic, which I liked. So Nico Robin, another card I run from OP01. Run 2 of these, 1,000 counter. Rarely use it for the counter. 3 costs for 4,000. Again, with the Zoro thing, it's now 5,000. Can swing at leaders, pretty much. And when you add a Don to it, plus Zoro's ability, it's a 6,000 to attack. And you get to, when attacking, KO one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. So perfect for removing blockers. Perfect, you can use in conjunction with Otama if you want. So you play Otama, then you swing with Robin. So perfect for, yeah, it's great. People have to deal with this pretty much straight away. I've seen people jet pistol this, like it's funny. Another card I run is Uta. I run 2 of these. 4 cost 4,000. Again, with Zoro's ability, it's 5,000 power, so it can just be free swinging at leaders. And on play, you basically get to revive a 3 cost. So you can revive one of these, one of these, one of these, rushes, blockers, counters. So you can see how this is good. That's why I run 2 of them. Another staple in this deck, which people I suggest should run 4 with Zoro, is the 5 cost unblockable Luffy. So this is a rush and unblockable. So how it obtains that is 5 cost and 6,000 power, and it has rush. If you put 2 Don on it, so again you can use it in conjunction with Brook, for example, to move the 2 Don immediately, or if you have 2 Namis out or something like that, move 2 Don to it and it's unblockable. So 2 Don on it, unblockable, now 8,000 with Zoro's ability, now 9,000. It's very, 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 very important that I have to deal with this. That's why I run 4 of them. This is like when people are running 4 kids, I have to run 4 of these. So okay, now, big boy always comes to save the day when we need him. 9 cost Shanks from OP01. The secret rare, super rare, whatever they call it. The code for it is SEC. So 9 cost, 10k. Again, if you have something like Namiya, you move the thing to Zoro, it becomes 11k. Has rush. When he's attacking blockers under 2,000, can't hurt him. Again, you can use Otama to bring some blockers down, to make them weaker, so he can't be stopped by him. Same with, like, it just runs over choppers and stuff like that. So I run 2 of them. Now, for events, a lot of people don't run events. I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I run 10, right? I like to have a balance of stuff. Some people just like to run a specific way, but I find these events have actually helped me a lot. So one thing which I actually may want to change is the guard point. I run 4. So 1 cost, and the counter is one of your leaders or characters gets 3,000 power. So perfect for blocking like a lot of stuff. That 3,000 odd number is good. It makes him 8. And when they're trying to like do 6 or 7, it's perfect. Again, the trigger is for the whole of their turn. You can give a character or leader 1,000. So if you do this off the trigger, take the life, pull the trigger, it's the guard point, use it. He's now 6,000 for the entire battle. So all the 5,000 characters they're going to swing at, he can't now. They have to add Don 2 to then swing at me. I used this last night against one of the guys there, and that's one thing that actually saved me for a whole round, which was good. So definitely comes in handy. I have 4. I could lose 1. But yeah. I run 2 of these, and this is in 2 years at Sabaody. Look at the 5 cards on the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat Crew type character card, and add it to your hand. Essentially, same thing as them. And the trigger, so if you pull a life, would be just a free card draw. So with this, there's no cost limit. So with Uta, there's a cost limit. You can only revive a 3 cost. With this, you'll just pull. Like, you can pull the unblockable Luffys. You can, same with Namish, you can pull the unblockable Luffys as well. So it's Rush Soras. So these are the kind of cards that you may want to use stuff like this with. Another one here is Gum Gum, Fire, Fierce Pistol, Red Hawk. Some people don't run this. I don't know why. I like it. It's kind of like a hybrid of Jet Pistol and Guard Point. So on the trigger, which has saved me before, on the trigger is you give up one of your opponent's leaders or characters negative 10,000. So if you know they haven't swung with their leader yet, you give them 10,000, negative 10,000 this turn. Now if it's something like Kid where they can like tap to hit a second time or whatever, like it's good, perfect for that. And also you get to KO something that's 4,000. So again, it's like a mini Jet Pistol. So that's why I run 2 of those. And then of course the staple 4 cost Jet Pistol on your main phase. KO one of your opponent's characters with 6,000 power or less. Good for stacking with Otama. Make something 8,000, 6,000, then you can use this. You do it for a 5 cost, it's pretty good for just straight KOing something. That's why I run 2 of them. I may want to consider running 3 of these. So again, like I was saying, I may pull a Guard Point and the Jet Pistol over. But that is essentially my deck. Now, if you have any tips or suggestions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Love to see and hear what you think I should change, add, leave, how I should play certain stuff. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, is there anything else I was just trying to think to add? Very balanced, I find. It's very good at dealing with all the colors. Green, I find maybe is a bit hardest because there's so much going on, man. Yeah, especially when they start chucking like laws in there, the blocker laws and stuff. It gets a bit crazy. But yeah, fun game. More people should get into it, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos and content on this. Now, I am looking to see if people would like to play on maybe Discord or join some Discords where people can play, maybe some other content creators where they can play on camera, make content, all that stuff. Maybe even in person, down to set up 2 webcams and the microphone and get the games going, games recorded, do some overlays, so all that good stuff. So hopefully we'll get some of that going, and hopefully in a few days when I go to my next locals on Tuesday, hopefully I show you that winning card in the next video. So fingers crossed for that. But I think that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks everyone for watching and getting through to this part of this far into the video. Have a good weekend or have a good day wherever you are. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. See ya.